let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. This will be the first episode on the road. I'm with a good bunch of lads, two of them from which are not from Canada. So I guess I'll start with those two. Of Charlie and Alfie. It's your first time in the States?
Yeah. You want to expand on that? It's first time. Yeah.
First time. You've been to Canada a few times, though?
I have, yeah. When I was probably 2 years old, yeah.
So it doesn't really count?
Nah,
that's fair. You're going to make more trips over here now that you've got an established connection with your uncle and cousins?
Probably, yeah. Just need the money.
Just get Martin to pay for you. He's got lots of money.
Oh, yeah.
So what are
short arms, deep pocket.
Lots of comments from the peanut gallery. What's been your highlight of the trip so far?
I'm just going to America. Just new things. Yeah, same. Just seeing different cities and the difference between England and America.
A little bit of a difference, huh?
Yeah, just yeah.
Every time you wake up here, there's apparently shootings all over the place.
Yeah.
So, well, we've got. We also had Villa losing, so you can take that as a plus or a minus, depending on if you're a fan or not. I know you're a Watford fan.
Yeah, don't count.
Well, do you think you'll be coming back to Chicago, or would you rather go to another American city?
Should probably go to another one first, because we've been here now, so probably go to another one like Vegas or something, because one of my mates has been and he enjoys Vegas quite a lot.
Well, the good thing about Vegas is that you've got any kind of food you want. They have the best of the best right across, all the way down the strip. So, you want French food, they've got chefs from France that they've flown in, and it's actually a pretty amazing city considering it's all built up in the middle of a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, and New York's another good spot to go to as well.
Yeah, it would be nice to go.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that you went straight to Vegas. That's usually maybe 5 or 6 on the list as opposed to straight to Vegas. That's just where people go to lose their money.
Come when I'm a bit older.
Yeah. But again, if you go to Vegas on Martin's dime, that works out. All right, I won't torture you guys any longer. I know you guys didn't really want to sit here for this. So, all right, we'll go on to the next one. Mr. Butler.
On the road again.
So you're going to try and squeak your way to the top of the list for the analytics for the podcast again?
It's okay. I bow down to the popularity of former Olympians. And who else beat me?
Oh, that was it.
Just Alison?
Alison.
Well, she's a former Olympian, Especially during the Olympics, people see Olympia and they're like, I listen to that. But
technically, she was never an Olympian. She didn't make it quite that far.
She's an Olympian in my eyes.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
She's a national treasure.
in Stratford, maybe.
A Stratford treasure.
So, what was your takeaway from the weekend?
I think you're downplaying her. I think you're downplaying that a bit.
You think so?
She got to the national. Was she bronze at the nationals?
Whoa! She was silver.
Oh, excuse me. Even more so. She should be beating me.
Well, to be fair, you had a month and a bit on her for a little bit of a leeway.
It was a good interview. I enjoyed her interview. Yeah, very good. It's not every day you interview your wife.
That's true.
Very good.
It took a while to get her to come on.
How much editing?
Actually, there wasn't a ton. I think I stopped once and we went back and just kind of adjusted something. But other than that, it was just straight through.
That's good.
Yours is the only one that I've had to go back and edit, but that wasn't your fault.
That's because I was your guinea pig.
True.
Can you still say that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's only offensive to guinea pigs.
To guineas, which is an Italian term, isn't it?
Yeah? Are they the ones that came up with the name guinea pig then?
I don't know. I don't know the origins of the word guinea pig.
So you're a massive Villa fan, obviously. What was your take on the match yesterday?
Well, again, it's just nice. It's just nice to be with the lads from all over North America, and I'm not sure how many were actually flew in from England, but it's just great to see all the lads because there's so many different pockets of Villa Supporters Club. Like the one lad who comes, he's from San Francisco. He came for all three, Columbus, Jersey, and this one. And, you know, a couple of the lads said this was the best one, Chicago. So, I don't know, there's just something about a city like Chicago, as we did last year in Philly. It's just, they're just such iconic cities that when you come here, there's more to do. Like, you know, no offense to Columbus, I've never been, but they say it was a beautiful city downtown. But just these iconic old cities, it's just great to see. But, you know, we had a good crack with the Mexican lads yesterday. There's 25,000 people there, which really doesn't do a dent on Soldier Field. But, you know, it was all friendly, which is the way it should be, really, with football. You know, we had a few... it was not like... What's the chant version of a dance-off? We had a chant-off with the Club America fans yesterday. It was all in great spirits.
I actually thought because of how that whole thing went down that there was going to be a lot more Villa fans because it was jam-packed in that one area with Villa fans.
Yeah.
It was probably 10-1 against...
Well, we did it on purpose. So a couple of the presidents of the different North American clubs had said we're just going to pick a section and make it ours. So that's pretty much what we did. So there's a few pockets of Villa fans all over the place. But yeah, we decided to make that section ours. And it worked out good. We had a good laugh, good crack. Lots of beers consumed.
I didn't even mean that part. I meant like on the Concord where you could actually get the beer, where that first dance-off was. Whereas it was like, I don't know if 10-1 was even the right number for it. There was just so many Villa fans, and then there's...
We're loud when we get together. You know, we've only got a short hymn book, but there's only a few songs in it. But I mean, when the lads get behind it, you know, alcohol fueled. But it was funny. The thing I like about it is that everybody's having a good time. There's no nastiness in it at all. You know, some people take that kind of thing to the nth degree, but I mean, it was good fun. They're not our rivals. I was disappointed that I didn't get my Club America shirt.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to. Like, you're not going to play them again. It was a one-off. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. The result's irrelevant, really. You got to see your players. We went down closer to the we saw the team bus coming in. That was rather impressive, even though there was, 6 of us there. We were the only people to greet the team bus in. But I
was disappointed that you couldn't see through the windows because they had the wrap right over top of the window.
Yeah, nice wrap though. The Up the Villa wrap was nice, and the whole Adidas sponsorship now is it's taken them next level. Like they're using the actual electronic billboards in New York in Times Square, and a lot of people thought that was Photoshop, but it wasn't. So they had the whole Villa crest in Times Square, which I thought was pretty impressive. So the Adidas money has taken us to this next level. As I look at your Adidas bag over there in the corner. Yeah.
Well, for all the American and Canadian people that are listening,
Adidas. I'm sorry. It's Adidas. Do you want to know a fun fact?
His name was Adidas.
Thank you, Kieran, in the background. No, it wasn't. It was Adi Dassler. Is it? So it's not Adi Dassler. It's Adi Dassler, who invented Adidas. And then his brother broke away to form which company? Trivia question. Puma, correct. So there were brothers that ran Adidas, and
out of where?
Germany.
Germany.
And then they broke up. Germany or Austria? Somebody's going to fact check this as I say this, but I'm 99.9% sure it was Germany. And then the other brother broke away to form Puma or Puma. Depending where you live.
In Germany, that's how they say it. Adidas.
Yeah, and in England, in Europe.
Yeah.
It's only Adidas over here.
Oh, I'm just curious, just because we've had this conversation about garage, but garage is actually a French word and it's pronounced garage.
Is it?
I fact-checked this after we had this long conversation about it, but they said it's supposed to be pronounced as the French say it.
We're not calling this Garage 33.
Well, if you think about it, how do you say... Do you say...
Oh, we're not going here again. I've said it. We've said it. Menage and manage.
But
it's different.
How do you say jalapeno?
What?
Do you say jalapeno or do you say jalapeno?
Jalapeno.
Right, because that's the way how it's spelled. Yeah. Isn't that kind of the same idea?
Depends where you are in the world. Why don't the Canadians come up for your own word for a garage?
Oh, we just use the French one since they started it.
You bullshit. Use the French one. Let's go.
All right, so what's the plan for today?
For today, so we got the Villa game in. Soldier Field was one of my personal wish lists of stadia to go to. Today is another one. Going to get to Wrigley. Never been to Wrigley before. I think this is probably ballpark number 7 or 8 for me. Did Fenway a few years ago with Ryan. I get to do Wrigley today with Kieran, and then actually later in the month we're going to Cleveland as well. That's another one we can check off. Like Kieran and I have had we'd like to do every ballpark eventually. It's going to take a while, but but Wrigley's one of them that I really want to go to. We drove past the what's the White Sox one called? Guaranteed Rate Field. Yeah, please don't ever let Villa Park become sponsored. I hate the name changes.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
give it a name. It's Wrigley Field. It'll never be anything other than Wrigley Field. You'd hope. But yeah, the big money's changing these stadium names. But so Wrigley today. Going to see the Cubs playing against the Cardinals, which I'm told is a rivalry, divisional rivalry. So looking forward to that. Going down to Navy Pier, see what's going on there. And I love Chicago. Great city. Love it. And it's hot as balls.
Yeah, you can't even get away from it anywhere either. Except for that one, what was that one building that we walked by for the Chicago Bulls? They had vents blowing cold air straight out of
the United Center, which
Yeah.
was closed. No shops open at all at the United Center where the Bulls and the Blackhawks play. But there was, strangely, an AC vent right by the ticket wicket. So we all kind of cooled off there before we set off back into the 1,000% humidity.
Well, on top of the humidity, I did notice that there seems to be an abnormal amount of people on motorcycles here doing
Sans helmets,
yeah,
doing wheelies through the streets.
like right in
But
front
it was
of
like
cops and not even doing anything.
Well, this was like Philadelphia when we were there last year. It was weird. They were on tri bikes, motorbikes, motocross, and through Philly they just whip through. We're standing next to cops watching them, and it's like there's nothing they can do about it, right?
Yeah.
They do it in like packs of 20, 30 guys. I mean, these guys were pulling pulling wheelies on the turnpike. What are you gonna do?
So you just got to pull up on the cable and just make it a nice
Oh
and
yeah,
tight right across.
Yeah, okay.
That'll
Yeah,
stop them.
Just pull a few heads off. Yeah,
No,
I'm
just
sure,
make
I'm sure that's perfectly legal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's Illinois after all. There's different rules.
Well, you don't even need a helmet here, so why would
No,
you have it?
it's freakish. Not wearing the helmet. I mean, you got to come off. You got to come off. But I mean, you got more chance with the helmet. But
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Well, I mean, they wear helmets for skydiving. I don't know why they think that's going to help them out. They shoot us and open
Yeah.
up. That helmet's not doing squat.
Well, at least I had a helmet on,
Yeah.
so I was, recognizable in my coffin. But no, you're right. Like, I think you pointed it out. What was it again? You said something quite poignant. Now I've forgotten how it was. So it couldn't have been that.
Just now?
No, it was like when we got here on Friday. I think that's right. You said how many times does it take before you realise that a helmet's probably a good thing? Like how many times do you have to come off before you realise a helmet's a good thing?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people just kind of incorporate it into what they're wearing. Like we had those girl bikers drive by. They flew all around our car. There was 20 of them, 25.
Yeah,
Some
that
of them
sounds
had
hot.
spikes on the helmets.
sounds hot.
Thongs hanging out of the back of their jeans.
Yeah, that sounds hot. I wish I was in your car. We didn't see any of that shit. Maybe that should be the photo for this particular episode. Yeah, I didn't see that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was weird because we heard them
Hot
before.
girls in motorbikes on thongs? Okay. Let's just pause. Okay.
Yeah, well, we only saw them from the back of their helmets, so
That's okay.
yeah.
Helmet's a good thing, obviously, in that case. Sometimes you never know. Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll.
So you keep cutting me off. I'm on a roll now.
Oh, you're on a roll.
I'm
Well,
on
just-
beer number 2 at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm on a roll. I could go for another hour.
All right.
But that's okay. You want to come
No,
here?
no,
No. You don't want me to get too popular. Who's next?
Well, we still have to finish with you. You still got another 20 minutes to go. I
No,
guess.
no,
Although
that's
we got
it
to
now.
check you out in 25. So.
Okay, got to check out in 25. So who's next?
All right, Ryan. Let's roll. All right, so we got Ryan and Kieran.
Hello.
So we're on a bit of a time crunch now, but that's all right.
Oh, let's do a quick little spot.
Yeah. So you've been here before, Ryan.
Yeah, this is my third time in Chicago. I love the city.
Does it get better, or is it just kind of the same each time?
It's kind of the same, but the last time I was here, it was February, so different vibe. Summer, obviously. So
Not sweating your
obviously,
balls off?
yeah, exactly. I don't know. I actually prefer it like in February was nice. The weather wasn't too cold, but I mean, summer is beautiful, but it's really hot.
I'm thinking fall would probably be the best spot for any
Anywhere, I
season,
think. Yeah. But yeah, I know it's beautiful. I'd come back here in a heartbeat. Quick drive. Quick quotation.
Yeah, that 6.5 hours turn into 10.
10.
Yeah.
So,
Kieran's
Kieran,
first time. Yeah.
your first time?
My first time. See, I like the heat. I think the heat kind of adds like, it makes like the hot weather is kind of nice. You just like kind of see the city, feel the vibe of it better. I wouldn't want it to be cold here. I think that'd be a little,
Yeah.
maybe ruin it a bit. I don't know.
I know some people say that they like going to New York City in the winter, but to me that'd be the same thing. Be like,
that-
you just
Yeah, I think in New York, I've been in New York in fall too, and it's a beautiful time of year too.
yeah, especially like you've got Central Park, so you actually get to see the leaves changing. In a city like this, there is more trees down here than say downtown Toronto,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but you're still gonna have like piles of snow everywhere, salt everywhere. Well, I guess I shouldn't say salt. They probably only use sand.
Well, I
here.
would like it all depends on the season because when I was here in February, there wasn't any snow at all. It's like being in Toronto sometimes in like December where there's no snow.
Just cold.
Yeah, it's just cold. So, but yeah, no, it's great to be back. I would come back here in a heartbeat. It's beautiful.
So were you disappointed with yesterday's match then?
Not really. I mean, it is what it is. Like I'd like to see us win, but it is just good to see the guys live because I don't know if I'll be able to make it over to England this year. So it's good to see them in action at least before the season starts. It was a good atmosphere. Everyone had a fun time.
I kind of thought the opposite. I thought it was pretty disappointing. I mean, as much as it is preseason, it's still like season starts in 2 weeks. You want your new guys to be like looking sharp, but I don't think anyone other than I liked Onana and I liked Rogers and I liked Mattson, but other than that, I don't think anyone looked really sharp, and that's what I'm a little worried about.
Well, the point of the preseason is to see where everyone thrives, so that at the end of the day, Unai can shape a team that can be strong enough together. So,
but still, like even like obviously there's 4 or 5 guys that know they're going to be in the team, like McGinn.
Yeah.
yeah, you shape around those guys. But yeah, no, it was just good to get some. He's just getting the young kids some time and.
That first 10 minutes, they were just getting completely dominated. It was just I was surprised. I was expecting an England team that's at the top of their division from last year, even though the other team was the top of theirs.
Cool Club America.
Yeah, but I figured England, Mexico, there'd be a big difference in quality.
It's tough to compare the leagues because you can't really compare them different competition. But yeah, you'd think because the Premier League's technically the number 1 league in the world.
Right.
And yeah, me and I were talking like if it was Villa mid-season, like in their best form against them in their best form, Villa would blow their lights away. It'd be about 5-0, but it's just because it's like start of the season, just seeing who plays. Like we barely lost 1-0 and we played our 3rd string players.
Well, we were also losing.
And they were playing their main guys until the 70th minute.
We were missing Watkins and then
Martinez, who probably would have saved that goal, I think.
So it's just a bit of fun. It's more for, I honestly think it's for the fans. It's for the branding of the club. It's
and
not,
money.
It's not for
sure.
the results. Like, it's good to get a result, but
Well, and like your dad said, now with Adidas now being on
huge.
board with them and now being put out all over the place.
Well, it just takes one kid to go into a Adidas shop and see that shirt and say, like, who are they? Or get that shirt and then they become a fan. So.
Or I'm surprised he didn't say it. Martin giving away his flag to the little Mexican girl that had the Club America shirt on, and he claims she's going to be a Villa fan for life now.
Yeah.
I was actually going to mention that when he talked about missing out on being able to get a shirt from another player, so I thought that was why he was giving away his flag.
Yeah.
So he could get a shirt, but obviously it wouldn't have fit. Maybe been able to stick it on like his hand or something.
Well, I know the reason why he did it, because I don't know if he's ever told you the story, but when he was young, was it your uncle, Dad? Neighbor gave him a Villa shirt. He never heard of him, so then he threw that on, and then he just loved Villa from then on.
Oh, that's a
That's
cool
how he
story.
liked Villa, yeah.
It's a little disappointing. He hasn't said that before.
I'm surprised I haven't heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard it a million
too.
times. But yeah.
So, what are your expectations for today? Navy
More
Pier. We're gonna see the ball game.
more sun, more walking.
I hope I hope Wrigley Field is as amazing as it looks and sounds, and from what I've heard, it's probably going to be. He's been. I've never been.
Yeah, I've been to Wrigley once. That was the last time. Sorry, first time I came, I went to Wrigley. Just got a ticket on my phone. Just decided to go and check it out. And yeah, it's a really nice stadium. The outside, you could tell how historic it is. So it'll be fun to see Kieran and Dad enjoying that.
This is my first, historical ballpark. I've been to Comerica, City Field, Rogers Center, and Comerica, which aren't really, I wouldn't say they're historic, but this one is, like, iconic for the MLB. So it's my first one of those, so I'm excited to see it.
It's one of the oldest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the oldest. And
Is
this
it older
one,
than Boston?
I think it is.
You have to check that.
Yeah.
Probably not older.
Actually, no,
than
it's not, because the Red Sox are one of the oldest teams in the league, so
Yeah.
I think it is.
It's definitely top 5.
Yeah.
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 I just wondered if maybe it was one of the one of the older ones because of how small it is. It's the smallest one in the league.
Yeah.
No, Boston.
Boston, yeah. Well, because they, it's also one of the shortest diamonds, too, which you don't see a lot of short diamonds anymore. Like, in right field, it's, like, 270 to that right field pole, and you never see that anymore. So that just, like, a lot of the older diamonds were smaller. So, you see
And
that.
once you get there too, you'll be able to tell by the stands and how it's structured that it's very old.
Oh,
The
yeah.
way, I don't know how to explain it, but the seats and the way that it's set up, it's like you can almost picture like an old crowd there from like the 20s.
Well, also, like, I don't know how it's. I was talking to a buddy about it recently. Like, I don't know how it's still, like, safetied, but the ivy wall, like, it's a brick wall behind the ivy, but they still allow it. Like, players still bump into it all the time. It's a brick wall. It's not padded anymore. Or it's never been padded. But, like, I don't know how that's still allowed, but that just proves how old it is. All fields now are padded, except for that one.
Maybe the ivy counts as padding.
I was gonna say probably, or add like at least some sort of cushion. Same with Boston too. Like they only have the, it's just like that. I don't know what it's made of, but like whatever the Green Monster's made of, it's not soft. You hear the bang every time the ball hits it.
Yeah, for some reason I always thought it was steel, which was probably a stupid assumption, but
Yeah, last time I was at Fenway was 2008, so I don't remember.
oh, your dad just said he thinks it's wood.
What? It can't be.
Yeah,
It sounds metallic when the ball hits it. I just don't know what kind of metal it is.
Yeah, the outside of Wrigley is very cool, so I'm excited to see it again. I haven't saw it in a couple years.
But also too, I think doesn't Wrigley do the like the manual score changes too? They do that, and so does Boston.
Do they?
They somewhere they do. Maybe not the main score, but like you know how they show like other team scores in the bottom. They definitely do that. I think with the little different numbers.
If I'm not mistaken, I know on the outside too, they use like who's playing. It'll be the Cubs versus, and then in whoever they're playing, they do it in like those old letters. Yeah. Not like digital. I don't think it's digital. So
Obviously, they could renovate that in 2 months and do it like normal technology, but obviously they're not going to. That's why it's so cool. I think it's like just keeping the old diamonds old, and I think that's what makes it so cool.
the area is cool too. Everywhere around there, there's like a bunch of pubs and. Yeah,
Isn't there a name for it? There's like a nickname for. Huh?
Wrigleyville.
Wrigleyville. That's it. Yeah. Are we gonna go hang out around there?
Oh, right on.
So, yeah.
Sweet. I didn't even know that.
When we're down there, we'll have to find out is where did Wrigley get his name from? Was it from the gum?
Probably the owner, to be honest. Fact check that.
I don't think you're far off. It could be from.
Not from the gum. It can't be from the gum.
Why?
Why not?
There's no way it's from the gum. Fact check that. I bet you it was an owner or it was a person with a lot of money, and that was the original name for it. That's my guess. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
I
usually.
bet it's not from bubble gum.
You never know. Maybe it was the 20s and I don't know. Was Wrigley gum even around back then?
Or it could have been like the owner just heard someone say Wrigley or something. Or that actually could have been the bubble gum. Someone
The
was
owner
like,
just
"Piece of
loved
Wrigley."
that gum and decided to.
And he was like, yeah, Wrigley.
Made it iconic.
Wrigley. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm excited though. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 12 minutes to get kicked out. We've got to finish getting packed up, so that'll be the end of this one. So I want to thank everybody for putting your 2 cents worth in. I know it was a bit of a struggle for the 2 UK lads. They're still shaking their heads. All right, we'll talk to everybody next time.
Thanks, Ian.
Bye.